You know what, somebody get pulled up.
There you go.
Yep, yeah. All right, all right. Shalom. Get
Shalom.
somebody check the audio.
Shalom. This one.
Okay. All right, so Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Yahweh, Hashem, Wadash.
double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, sincere, hopefully, like Akim, pushing the word of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, in spirit and in truth. And coming back at you with another lesson. And we are the brothers with Great Millstone Northwest. All right, joining with the brother on the eastern part of the state, the brother Abba Baja. You know, making his way up here from Atlanta. So a beloved brother on the live with us.
Yes, sir. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Shah. Rock a thumb.
All right, so pretty much we just gonna get into World War III. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into World War III. And we're gonna get into World War III. Here. Hold on. I mute the TV. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into World War III because it's a lot going on with that topic, in that field, in that space. And it's all prophecy. It's all prophecy. And these are the things that can somebody get there where many righteous men have desire to look into those things. Mm-hmm. These are the things that in Abba Baja, anytime you got a precept or want to chime in, just feel free.
Yes, sir. Go
on. These are the things that we've been looking forward to, man. Exactly. Brothers came into the truth years ago, and we thought 24 hours later we was gonna be in the kingdom of heaven.
Trying to work, we're trying to shit.
You know what I'm saying? But they coming straight out the world, and you know what I'm saying. You surfing on a brother's couch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? With an EBT card and trying your hardest not to get a job. And, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, and, but the Lord showed us that look, this ain't the time. Yeah. You still got to operate and deal in this world, which is why Yahweh Shai said his desire was not to take them out of the world, but to protect them from the evil that's in the world. Mm-hmm. Because we got to be, we have to operate in this world, and operating in this world is a form of obedience, of catching hell. You know what I'm saying? Being tried and refined in hopes of making it. But if a brother got that precept for you, brothers got precept, just bring them up.
Precept. You got that. Okay, this is Revelation 11:14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, break number.
Yeah. It's the woes are going into the world wars. So there was the first woe, the second woe, which both of those are past. Okay, yeah, World War I, which was what 1916 or something like that, somewhere around there.
1914.
Yeah. And then you have World War II, I think it was 1930, 36, 35, somewhere around there. And then the third woe, which is approaching right now, rapidly. Pretty much we're already in it. It's just it hasn't been the main players, which are Russia, China, doing it themselves. It's been proxy armies doing it.
Yeah. World War II was 1939.
39?
Through 45.
Yeah, World War I was July 28, 1914 through November 11, 1918. And Thaba, he just said
World War II was from September 1st of 1939 through December 7th of through September 2nd of 1945.
And if I could say, you had that movie that just came out, Wicked, which is a spinoff of the Wizard of Oz. and they were saying, I saw something recently where they said when the Wizard of Oz came out, World War II started they came out the same time. So even
wow.
the spirit be showing you how these things be linked together. And when you dive deeper into that story of the Wizard of Oz, from what I've been seeing, it has a lot to do with actually going against the government. It's a real anti-government kind of story, even though it's told from a you know, lion and courage, that whole story that we know of it. But hey, World War III is right around the corner. Everything is lining up with that. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, beautiful point.
And then like
So just real quick, being that you said everything's aligning, in January we got that alignment of the
all the
planets.
planets. Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
Now I would just say Esau liked to prophesy too. He do it in his movies,
Mhm.
you know. So like you're saying, yeah, that Wizard of Oz, that was World War II, and then that's Esau letting the at least know, hey, we're about to pop off again.
Yes, sir.
You know?
And going into those planets alignment is leading up to the week of January 20th.
Yeah.
And we know what's coming January 20th. The inauguration, the president getting sworn in, Trump. And that's coming with Trump coming with these draconian laws, that's he's already telling you if you don't give these hostages back, it's gonna be hell to pay. He's already telling with the tariffs, what's going on with that. He's setting it up in a way where these other countries are looking like, hey, we're not down with that anymore. These other countries are not looking at America as they're the bully. The other countries are saying we're the bully now. Let the weak say I'm strong.
That's right.
These other countries are building themselves. They're getting built up, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I
you want to monitor that comment board?
Yep, I got you.
do you
Oh,
mind
go
if I read this real quick? I just did a Google search for Wizard of Oz in World War II, and this is what AI said. And it says The Wizard of Oz was released in 1939, the same year World War II began, meaning the film came out right as the war was starting. Although the fictional story has no direct connections to the real life historical events, however, some interpretations suggest that the war's theme of overcoming adversity resonated with the audience during the war, with, quote, "We're off to see the wizard," even becoming a rally song for troops in certain regions like Australia.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
crazy, man. That's psychological programming, man. Yeah.
Hey, they said that's a rally song. You know
Con.
what I'm saying? That's a rally song. A rally song is like the song, like football in the locker room before you go out there on the game day. You know what I'm saying? Something to get you pumped up. To get you,
To get you prep rally. They start doing all that stupid shit. Go Eagles, fight, and all that shit.
Yeah. So they're using that. It says they use that in Australia. That off to see the wizard as a rally song. That's a song they use to psych themselves into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Into doing whatever the fuck they need to get pumped up to go do. That's fucking crazy.
Crazy.
Hey, so
Yeah.
Oh, the brother's back on the comment board too. So,
Yep.
you can say.
Who has something?
I got some.
Who had what I called for?
I got you.
I want to bring that up.
Real quick, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 17. It says, "For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them."
Yeah, you're breaking.
Hey, there's a lot of men in the scriptures, a lot of men that was that was greatly esteemed of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that desired to see the things that we actually see happening here upon the earth, i.e. World War III, the MOTB, the downfall of Esau Edom, the crumbling of the beast system. They desired to see these things. You got to remember, our forefathers was in hell too. They was oppressed too. In the time of Yahushua, they was oppressed too. So there's been a long road of waiting for righteousness to be established. The scriptures tell you that. What's that? Second Peter, the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the heavenly Father. It's been a long road of creation waiting for righteousness to be set in order and to be followed. and for everything to have its balance and its harmony. It's been out of whack for so long. The turning of things upside down is esteemed as the potter's clay.
Yeah.
You know, everything is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Mhm.
The world, the creation itself is just waiting for the righteousness to be set in order.
Yeah. What the scripture say when the wicked are in authority, people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. So yeah, that's why
Somebody
wait.
that Romans 8:19.
Romans 8:19.
You might have to start it up
What free real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
This is Job 19 and verse 26. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High.
Yeah, that's reincarnation. You know, that's reincarnation, plain and simple in the scriptures, man. You know, there's no denying that. You know, but you leave it up to a Christian, they'll break it down. You know, however they gonna break it down.
Man, bugged out.
Just to deny that reincarnation is in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll break it down wrong just so they can stick to that immaculate conception.
Yep.
You know.
Just so they can hold on to the
Mm-hmm.
the thing about it is Christianity allows you to do whatever the hell you want to do. It doesn't set you to where you have to hold yourself to a standard.
Yeah.
And people love being able to just do whatever the hell they want to do, rather than yeah. People want to. The saying is, "Have your cake and eat it too."
That's
Right?
right.
They want to be able to do as much wickedness as they possibly can and still get the rewards of being a righteous individual, and it doesn't work that way.
That's the spirit of Esau. That's the spirit of Esau. That's why the scriptures say that ye as your father the devil. You know, Esau has that same energy. He wants to be the wicked, do wickedly, but also receive righteousness.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is Romans 8:18. It says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time, the sufferings, so for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us."
Yeah. A point to what the brother Ababaja had mentioned. You know, Esau they want the blessing, but they don't want to go about striving lawfully.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here it is. They're trying to strong arm the blessing away from Israel, us Israelites,
Mm-hmm.
but in bask in glory in their fictitious kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're living in a synthetic paradise. But the paradise that was here to maintain, you destroyed it.
Right.
You know, I was listening to brothers earlier. I believe the other Yashawamba, and he was going into current events and whatnot. And I got to thinking that, like, Esau, he jacked the whole planet up, and now they trying to come with your carbon footprint.
Yeah.
And global warming and all. It's like,
Is everything
bro,
you did to the world?
one is fake. It's all fake, just like the Crown Royal. And then two, if it was real, you're the person that caused all this.
Yeah.
Right.
But now you trying to come with a solution and get on the commoner, or y'all burping and passing too much gas. The cows is passing too much gas, and we need to call the population.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy. They're the problem, but their solution is to kill and set up a synthetic reality, man.
Right. Shit where they're I think with some type of shit they give to the animals, they makes them not fart.
And you'll
El
die.
Ronaldo was going in
If
there
you don't
to
pass gas, you'll die, bro.
and them fucking cows, they gotta put that thing in their shit to get that gas out of them.
Yeah.
So if they don't fart, what the fuck will happen to them?
Yeah.
They
You'll
cut.
die, man.
No,
You'll
fucking
die.
no.
They cut the. You notice they cut holes in the side of cows.
Yep.
They'll cut a hole in the side of the cow that's about a foot wide, so they can basically stick their hand in the side of the cow and release gas and pull out the grass and all of it. It's like Esau is the ultimate Mr. Burns. You know, Salaki, there was an episode on The Simpsons where Mr. Burns, he was trying to do right on The Simpsons. He was trying to do right by Lisa, and everything he was doing, even when he was doing right in his mind, it was still, you know, it was still jacked up. Like to the point where she was like, "Nah, don't recycle, don't do this." Like she was like, they were like, "What do you want from us?" That's Esau. No matter what you do, it's gonna mess up. You're gonna mess this place up, and because you're just you're the son of perdition. You
That's
know.
right.
Uh,
That's right.
Verse 19, it says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High."
yeah, so the whole creation is waiting for the Israelites to be
Yep.
made, for it to be made manifest to the planet, to everything that's living. The creatures themselves is waiting for us to be put in our rightful place as the gods of this earth, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures tell you that you know, man, roughly paraphrasing, has care for his beasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Esau don't have they, as much as they love animals. The even the food they give animals is not healthy for them.
That's right.
So how much love could they really have for beasts, even though they parade themselves around the planet Earth as people that love creatures so much? You know what I'm saying? When the very food that you give your best friend, all right, the dog you fucking share fleas with, uh, you give him or her food that's not good for him. You know. But anyways,
Hey, can I read this real quick? This is Proverbs chapter.
There's more, buddy.
It's a quick one, and it's to that. It's the one you quoted. This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel."
Exactly, and that's why they sleeping with their animals. Nasty motherfuckers.
And another thing too that Esau do to these animals, he castrate them. You know,
Yeah.
Esau always is on a campaign of neutering and spading animals. He always want to clip their ability to reproduce. You know,
Yep.
Esau the only nation on the planet Earth that's always on a campaign of clipping somebody's ability to you know, continue their gene.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, and then but with that they want to be able to control that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna control how many these elephants, you know, is going to be born per year or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know.
Oh, Esau fucked around with that fucking whale, that killer whale that had all them babies and they had in all them fucking them water parks, and all his sons and shit started killing motherfuckers. They was fucking shit up, bro. But it was such a dominant whale that they wanted to have this motherfucker mating with everything. So all of his kids now is killing niggas, killing the trainers now. The fuck they get.
Fast enough.
Verse 20, it says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subject the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High."
Right, and creature simply means creation.
Thing created.
Thing created. All right. So we are creatures too.
That's
We
right.
were created by our power.
The earth is a creature. The sun is a creature.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that's in creation, bara'ah, the creation of the Heavenly Father, or under the authority of the Heavenly Father. Everything in that creation is what's subject as that word. I forget what that word is right there for creature. You know, because it's in the Greek.
It's in the Greek, yeah.
What you're reading right there.
Okay, 21.
But because it says the creature groaneth for the manifestation.
Down.
Yeah.
This one creature is.
It's the same word either way. But the point is that word creature there, that it's not speaking about like a singular creature.
Yeah.
You read something in English and you read creature, you'll think of like a singular
Like a
monster
ant
or something,
yeah.
right? Like something, just one thing though. It's not, you wouldn't be thinking of everything that's in existence, you know.
When you go, some of the usage of it is creature creation.
What's the chart like? Let you saw pronounce.
It's catesis. That's what he said.
937. Thesis.
Thesis. But some of the words that go into the same definition is creation, creature, building, ordinance.
Mm.
And It goes. I'm gonna just read the definition. It says, original formation, properly the act, by implication, the thing, literally or figuratively, building, creation, creature, ordinance.
Oh, you had something? Oh, hold on. You have a point too, right?
It's
Go ahead, bro.
no, we was talking about the global warming
Mhm.
and the carbon footprint. That's all madness, and it's all set up for the see here,
Mm-hmm.
the RFI diesel, because what they want to do is be able to control what you buy when you buy it, and have that ultimate control over you. So it's like, oh no, your carbon footprint's too high this month. You can't buy this, you can't buy that, you can't do this, you can't do that. So it's really all just trying to be a control freak.
You,
Yep.
you have too much vitamin K.
Controlling and possessing.
Yep.
And that's
Well,
why,
that's
he's using, these different figures like Elon Musk and these different characters to push this whole, EV cars and EV vehicles, because it's there's the energy of blaming the consumer for, like you're saying, of polluting the country or polluting the air and all of this stuff. But wait a minute, what about chemtrails?
Right.
Chemtrails
Right.
is all a hoax and everything, but we as broke ass Americans who barely have enough money to do anything are responsible for destroying the ozone layer. Get the fuck out of here. But that's why
Right.
they're pushing all of these different things, the EV cars and the 15-minute cities and all of these things to keep you corralled within a 10-mile radius,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you're.
No, I was it on that.
I had something if you don't.
Yeah. Real quick. So, like, let this brother bring out his precept real quick.
Um, this is the book Revelation 16 and verse 12. It says, "And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared."
Hey, we see that happening now, man.
Mhm.
The kings of the east. You got Putin. You got Erdogan up in Turkey. Bashar al-Assad in Syria that just fled to Russia.
Yep.
And is permitted via Vladimir Putin
Asylum.
asylum.
Yep.
You got Xi Jinping. You know what I'm saying? All them kings and presidents,
Yeah.
them high elected officials, in the Middle East and in in the East China and Asia, the continent of Asia. They're all getting prepared for this third world war. The fact that Bashar al-Assad, literally his army quit. You know what I'm saying? But and that's just, they did that strategically. It pretty much they let that terrorist group just take over because it's a strategic plan, something that Putin and Assad got in the works. You know what I'm saying? In retaliation. So we see, we're literally in real time seeing, this prophecy come to pass, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Was that it on it? I mean, if there's more, good.
No,
That's the point. Then that's the point.
Ababadja.
Ababadja, you have something, right?
Yes, sir. Real quick, just line up exactly what you just read. This is Joel 2 and 20. And it says, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate." With his face in that land that's barren and desolate is the land of Saudi Arabia, right? In that area where and it says, with his face towards the east sea and his hinder parts towards the uttermost sea. That's that land that's between the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, which the Euphrates River flows directly into that Persian Gulf. So that whole area over there, the Lord is preparing for great war, which is we call World War III, which is also known as Armageddon in the scriptures.
Mhm.
So, like you said, this is all biblical prophecy being played out right in the front of everybody's faces. But the masses of you people, the Lord has the blinders on. You're
That's
not
right.
going to realize that you're in World War III until your ass is. A lot of you not gonna realize World War III is happening until the Lord actually ships your ass over there to that land, and you got an M16 and a helmet on. You know,
Right. Right.
that's how it's gonna have to happen for a lot of you, because the Lord doesn't want you to be warned. All right, and it says, and his stink shall come up. Yeah, because that area is going to be a land of great desolation. A lot of death is going to be over there. A lot of chaos and war. That's Armageddon. This is the land of Yahweh Shaphat. This is the Lord, where the Lord plans to bring great judgment outside of Babylon the Great, of course. But this World War III, this third woe is going to be the war of wars. You know, and it says, and his ill savior shall come up, and because he have done great things. I just want to throw that out there.
That's good.
Yeah, hey, some of those great things like we was going into, some of the stuff that Esau has done to pollute the planet, his technology, his witchcraft.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, the Neuralink. You know what I'm saying?
Forget about that. The robot they built that can run off biofuel.
Yeah, the eater.
The eater, yeah. Hey, brothers, I'm not brothers, but I bet people forgot about that shit.
Mhm.
You know?
Robot dogs. A brother posted a video on a chat earlier where there was like a Christmas parade. And you had a damn robot dog with Christmas lights on it
Oh man.
in the parade patrolling.
Yeah.
You know,
They trying to
So-
desensitize you to that shit.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
know
look
what
at
I'm
the Rams game, little football game.
Oh, the whole thing is
They
they
created, the little.
They got people, they got robots that be waving and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's demonic, yo.
In New York, they had that first dog they used to go defuse a bomb or some shit. Went in the building and did some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really want to go in that AI push. That's why all the technology you see being released now is all AI. You know what I'm saying? Everything moving forward is going. Don't be surprised when they got AI in your cars. You know what I'm saying? For your radio system and whatnot, they got AI at your refrigerator to tell you when your
Music, bro.
hey all
AI
the way through.
generate songs, bro. It's like, what the fuck? And that shit didn't even sound bad. I was like,
Siri and Alexa is played out. You know, you got to have that motherfucker that can have a real conversation.
oh, they got the nigga now named
Manual.
Gemini.
Gemini.
Got the nigga now.
We could talk about anything.
That's the way they want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got AI, then you know even if you're alone, technically you ain't alone. AI could be there with you. And what people don't seem to even think about is the fact that anything you putting into this thing is being seen on the other side too. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're having a private conversation. All that shit is recorded. That is all data points.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what they want on you. They want all your data.
Palantir.
Palantir.
Hey, yeah, I watched a movie yesterday called Afraid, and the AI was telling the people like, "Hey, you're never gonna be alone. I'm always here for you."
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter where you go, and sure enough, they would shut it down. This bitch would come through the radio.
Bro, you can say, if you got that Alexa shit, say, Alexa, that bitch is going to respond.
Yep.
That bitch is going to respond. She can hear you, she's responding.
Yep.
And I guarantee she can hear because she's always listening.
And that's not even like the compatible AI that they coming out with now. They can actually learn and think and have a real conversation.
Well, look at the AI that made the little kid kill himself.
Oh yeah. The Game of Thrones.
Game of
AI.
Thrones, bitch.
Yeah.
Tyrion or whatever.
Daenerys.
Daenerys. He wanted to be where she was.
Damn.
Said, "Come to me, my king," or something like that.
He took his life.
Hey, real quick, this is from Adam Online. Gemini, right? The zodiac constellation, late Old English from Latin Gemini, plural of adjective Geminis, twins.
Oof.
All right. So pretty much, you know, this AI, like Elon Musk said, oh, we're conjuring up a demon. He was scared. He said that some years ago. He's scared that, you know, AI was going to pretty much open up a portal of demons. But nigga, you still doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole Gemini, new AIs, whatever, you can talk to this shit. It's helping. It's presenting itself as being somewhat beneficial because it can help you with, you know, whatever you want to know. At the same time, it's a demon.
Yep.
You know, so it's you thinking it's for your good, but really it's for your destruction. You know,
So like if I could add to that real quick, I was looking it up. I saw something the other day about like even algorithm. The term algorithm, it goes into, it literally goes into a demon.
Mm.
Because like you're saying, with that, when the AI grows to create an algorithm for each and every last one of us, which is leading to the MOTB, which is the Internet of Things. Because see, the average person thinks the internet, everybody's on the same internet. Like just because I have YouTube and you have YouTube and I have IG, our experience on the internet is personal to you, me. That's how demonic and deep this is, that they are actually curving. They're manipulating us in ways that people don't even realize. That's how demonic it is. It's literally a demon. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
real quick, this is from Adam Online again, 1600s or 1690s. It says algorithm, a noun. It says Arabic system of computation. From French algorithm, refashioned under mistaken connection to Greek rhythmos, number. And so, well, hold on, jumping down, it says the Arabic numero system. So literally, the algorithm ain't nothing but you know, a number. You are nothing more than a number in Esau's system.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why they want everybody to be chipped up, because then you're already, well, shit, with a social security number, you're already a number.
Yep.
Now they literally trying to just put that inside of you.
Yep.
So whatever you do, wherever you're at on the planet, where's number 47651-343?
Right.
Where's his coordinates?
Right.
You don't need to pull them up. You know
What has
I'm
he done these past 24 hours?
Yeah.
How much did he spend? Where did he go? What did he do? Who did he see? Who was he around?
Yeah.
Who did he talk to? How long did he talk to him for? How long did he sleep? How long did he take a shit? Yeah, they want to go. They want all that information, because they hey, we read that account. He sitteth in the seat of showing himself that he is a power, and he's not no power, man. But Esau wants that. He wants to be able to say he has control over every person on the planet, and he can improve them, or he has the power to either let them live or to kill them off.
He want to be omnipotent.
Omnipotent. Yep, that's it.
Could I read this real quick? I found this on. Okay, so what was the word we were just reading?
Algorithm.
Algorithm. The water. The demon. Here it is. Listen to this. Allegor, or ALGOL. And you just said that. What was it? You looked up. What was that just recently? The Gemini going into the AI.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Allegor, if I'm saying that correctly, is a star in the constellation Persia that is known as the demon star because of its periodic dimming and its association with the ancient Greek mythology. Now, Allegor, if I'm saying that correctly, comes from the Arabic words al-ra, whatever, which means the head of the demon.
Wow.
Allah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the brother said Allah.
Al-ra, yep.
Yeah. Which Allah sound like power.
And then
Ra. Yeah, Ra is evil. In Hebrew.
Yep.
So evil God, or God evil.
Yeah, the head of the
Motherfucking
demon.
demons, bro.
Literally.
Shit, bro. You know, this is the demons, bro.
Hey, that's it pays to know a little Hebrew, you know what I'm saying?
Greek. Yeah, I know we do. Dissect that. I wasn't even thinking about it either. It's just like bang bang.
Yeah. And hey, man, that's why the scriptures tell you that we wrestle not against
flesh and blood,
man. You know. Real quick, let me read this. This is Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Hey, and he's being revealed in such a way that it scares him. All right, he's been able to run wild since the Renaissance. Uncontested, able to control the whole narrative, push out whatever he want, and have the nations to dance at whatever tune he plays. But he's been being revealed ever since the late '60s, early '70s when this truth started hitting the airwaves. Man, he's been revealed ever since then, and he's been on a fast track campaign of trying to get everything under wraps because he realizes that he's losing steam, man. He's losing all his water. You know what I'm saying? It ain't working the way it was supposed to work. It was working so well for so long, and now it ain't working no more. And he's wondering what happened, and that's why he's about to really start coming down with that great wrath, especially pointing at those prophets of doom, because the people are changing. Everybody's starting to realize that this ain't what it was. Hey, where's those golden streets? You know what I'm saying? There was supposed to be no cats in America.
It's doo-doo and crack needles on the streets.
Right.
This ain't gold.
I got two precepts to what you was talking about, sitting in the seat of the Most High and all that.
Mhm.
This is Ezekiel 28 and 2. It says, "Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. Also, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not a God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God."
Hey, it said the Prince of Tyrus, because when you go into Tyrus in the ancient world, they had maritime trading on lock, man.
Yep.
That was their shit.
They were matter of fact, where when you look at Lebanon, you got Israel, the Gaza Strip, you got Israel, you got on that same coast, just right above Israel to the northeast, you got Lebanon, which ain't that big. And then you go further north from that on the same coast, you got Syria. Tyrus was right on that same coast, and everybody came to Tyrus to get off their goods.
Yeah.
Tyrus they sold they had ships that took goods elsewhere.
They had trading routes and shit. They had shit on lock.
They had that port.
Yeah, they had the port. Yep.
And America, that's America today.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, America was sending stuff all over the place. At the same time, you had other nations dumping everything off over here in America, which is still kind of like that, but not so much because we in the end.
Yeah.
But read that part about it being situated in the seas.
Oh, yep. It says, I'll start from the top. It says, "Because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the sea."
Yeah, Babylon the Great.
Mm-hmm. And that sea is about the people too. Yes. That's why the apostles never say that the scriptures have duality.
Yeah.
And it's good to know one aspect, but it's better to know both.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the next precept for this was.
So did you actually finish that?
No, there was more.
Oh, Slovakia.
No,
go ahead.
It goes right into you started reading. I thought about it too. I was like, I don't think you got all the way through that. But it goes. The scripture goes right hand in hand with it. That it, you know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter that he only read the first line or two of that.
I heard you say, "Oh," but then
it's all good. Yeah. Verse 2. Excuse me. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse
You still in verse 3, right?
3. I'll start from the top. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Now, there was a point in time when we fell away, Jeremiah 17:4, we discontinued from our heritage.
Yep.
When we went into the interiors of Africa, so on and so forth, we left off from knowing who we were. We still knew, remnants of certain things, but as far as us, like, sticking to what it was that Yahweh Shai gave the disciples turned apostles, to give to the nation of Israel, those that had ears to hear. Like we fell away from that. You know, and one thing that I've thought about a couple times, you know, over the years is like we had to fall away because if you think about it, you had Jake that was the majority of the nation that knew they was Israelites, all right, was still into animal sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had Jake that was just whole just set on animal sacrifice, despite the disciples and apostles preaching that Yahweh was that final sacrifice.
Yep.
So it falling away first did kind of serve a purpose because it's like that got that out the way.
Yep.
Yeah. To where now when we wake up to our heritage, we know we ain't, unless you were a dumbass Old Testament cat with a bunch of goats and shit in the garage. Or whatever noise they make, you know, you can't get no sleep.
It sound like little babies.
Faking and shit.
It's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
You a Rastafarian, you still cutting up goats on your altar and shit.
Yeah, you know. So it served a purpose, you know.
Hey, that animal sacrifice will have people believing that they're in good standing.
Right.
Just, you know what I'm saying, knowing that they did something wrong. Well, I got a goat for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know I can get away with this because all I got to do is, well, it's time for Betsy to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take care of them. Let me go slaughter Betsy. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm good. And the Lord said, nah, he ain't satisfied with that. That ain't gonna cut it. You know, if faith ain't in there, he don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what they was using that animal sacrifice as a crutch, man.
Yeah.
As a crutch.
They abused it.
They abused it.
Yeah.
You know?
They loathed the law.
Yep.
Verse 4. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or called God."
The word there is theos, which when you look into that word theos, you can use theos for a lot of things, man. But theos was also something that you would call something that's higher than you, something that's above you. You know what I'm saying? That gets more honor or more reverence than you. You can call that a theos. But a lot of what they was doing for theos was, because you got to remember this is written in Greek. Well, in Greek culture, in Greek customs, there's multiple gods. There's all kinds of gods. That's a pantheon, right? So there's all kinds of gods. Gods for this and gods for that. You know what I'm saying?
A harem of God.
Right, a harem of gods. So the word theos is written there because that can apply towards, you know, a bunch of different things. So it's saying they put themselves in that position of power, telling themselves that they are that ultimate power. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Esau Edom is doing. Is he's trying to prove it to the whole world that I am your God. I created what's in you now. You know what I'm saying? I've given you, I've made you even better than what you was naturally born at. Yeah. Hey, you seen that Yahweh shit where they grab it?
Was passing
Oh, fist.
Oh,
shit. That shit
That's
blew my
what I'm
mind.
That's
They don't
But a different
the
form.
elevator, bro.
Yeah.
Hit the niggas shit. The
that
bitch
type
put it-
shit.
I was like, oh, man,
That type
this
shit. Esau want to be able to say, I've given you
Bro,
this.
shit, bro. That's
You know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw on some show me your God and I'll match you.
Right.
Show me your God. Show you
One
he's
of
no God.
One of them.
You know, just like the Most High Yahweh Shai hardened Pharaoh's heart, he doing the same with Esau.
Yep.
Just like he gonna have to do in that World War III for him to actually think he has the chance against them chariots.
Yep.
But it's starting right now.
Yep.
Continuing verse 4, it says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things."
Yep.
Let me see. Okay. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Mm.
You know, because now is the time when we as Israelites fully understand that Esau Edom is the devil according to the Bible.
Hey, the scripture said that Esau's skirt was going to be lifted
Mhm.
and his shame was going to be shown. That scripture said, now we know what was withholding, right?
Yep.
So we know what back then they didn't know. We know that now. We know Esau Edom is the devil. All right, we got the track record to prove it now. You know, they didn't quite have that back then because he was, you know, still early into his takeover. Now we can clearly point out how the so-called white man is the devil. He is the Edomite, and there's no doubt about that. All right, so that man's fully been revealed. All his secret works that was secret at the beginning of, you know, last century ain't secret this century. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows about that. Everybody knows that this dude will go and detopple countries. Everybody knows that this dude will go and steal people and put them in the human trafficking or slavery.
Everybody knows that that's exactly what he did in Syria.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching news, and when you watch Sky News and BBC News, these demons is on there acting like the people that toppled the Assad regime in Syria are like good guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And knowing good and damn well that these are the same offshoots of ISIS,
Yeah.
that got blown to smithereens by the Russians in 2015, back with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but they're sitting on the news acting like that ain't even the case, man.
It's the same thing they did with the Taliban.
Yeah.
They funded the Taliban to go get the nukes and help get the nukes from Russia and go in there and break up the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
But then want to call them an enemy when it came to 9/11. Like, y'all know y'all playing proxy wars and y'all know you own these niggas, man.
Yep.
Stop playing. These are chess pieces on the board. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're enemies, sometimes they're a good guy. Like, man, these motherfuckers is wild.
They ain't nothing more than actors.
Yeah.
Like crisis actors.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? They hit up Craigslist and we need people to do.
Cold missing arms, cold missing legs,
Right.
maybe a disfigured face.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with these proxy armies. Well, we need y'all to do this, or y'all gonna be the good guys on this one.
Right.
Or y'all gonna be on the bad guys on this one.
Right.
You know?
It's like a WWE script.
That brother got a point.
Yeah. I
if
was
I may
watching.
say, because like you said, Obama actually, I can't remember the name of the law or what he signed in the law, but he made it legal for the media to actually lie to the people. You know, and like you said, this is them using their medias and their different forms of news to lie to the American people. That's why Esau wants to, you know, ban TikTok and all of these other different forms of things that have been turned into news sites that people are getting the news right, raw and uncut from the source versus a talking head in a $3,000 suit. If I could read a quick precept to add to the point you were just making earlier, this is Ecclesiastes 7:8, and it says, "Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of a thing thereof, and the patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit." And like you were saying, we going back to the time of the apostles and elders of old, the time over 2,000 years ago, we didn't know that Esau was he was still in the midst of his wickedness. Now we're at the end and we see, like you said, Esau is now exposing Esau. His own tongue is falling upon himself. That's where you get these Alex Jones and these different other characters, you know, whether they work for the elite or not, that'll be shown in itself. But overall, Esau and his own whistleblowers have done a number on this devil as well, you know.
Yep. Beautifully said.
I got a quick pre to that too. What you had said, that everything, his skirt's getting lifted up, everything he's been trying to do behind closed doors. Is Luke 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Yep.
Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. So everything that Esau thought he was getting away with, all these little secret councils he's been holding, the little Molech he's been doing, you know what I'm saying? Now, Bohemian Grove, everything he been, trying to do. Parties. Yeah, even his dirty laundry's getting aired out now.
Yep.
They took out, the best madam that they had where they could go, pick and choose and go to the pizza spot and get a little boy or a little girl, man, they can't do that now,
Hey, just real quick, so to answer your point, Ababaja, this is something I pulled up from Business Insider, and this is from May 21st, 2012. It says the NDAA legalizes the use of propaganda on the U.S. public. It says the newest version of the National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA, includes an amendment that would legalize the use of propaganda on the American public, reports Michael Hastings of BuzzFeed. The amendment proposed by Mac Thornberry, Republican of Texas, and Adam Smith, Democrat of Washington, and passed in the House late Friday afternoon would effectively nullify the Smith-Mundt Act of 1948, which explicitly forbids information and psychological operations aimed at influencing U.S. public opinion.
Wow.
So
What they do is a psyop.
yeah, so that legalized America to mind fuck its citizens.
Yep.
Hey,
You know?
that nigga Trump is cold, man. That's why because he like to call out, the blue. He like to call out the liberals. So that's why he be like fake news.
Yeah.
That's fake news. But he's literally telling you there's news out there that's fucking set up to bust your ass and knock your helmet.
Yeah, that nigga did start that too. He did. That nigga's cold.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Because he knows some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And Abu Bakr was talking about that alternative media, and you see that they're trying to do it like Abu Bakr had mentioned too. They're trying to put more regulation on alternative media. They're trying to do more of a lockdown. We just looked and saw that there was a strike on the page talking about some medical information for an old video. You know what I'm talking about? Like they do that. That's what they, you know what I'm saying? They're really trying to the best of their ability, put everything under wraps. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? The cat's already out the bag. Everybody already sees the little dude behind that curtain, man. You know what I'm saying? That was live streamed. You can't just pull the curtain back and think that you can't unsee it, man.
Some deformed creature back there.
One of those hills got eyes looking at.
Yeah, one of the Rothschilds fucking bastard children. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Retarded and shit.
Three odds.
That nigga Carter, the president. Did he die here yet? But
No, he didn't die yet.
hey, you see how scary that motherfucker looks. He looked like something you'll see in a movie, in a vampire movie or something. You know what I'm saying?
When you take you crack open the mummy's coffin.
Oh shit, yeah. Fucking zombie and shit, trying to get you. Yeah, hey, you can't unsee that type of shit though, man.
Yeah.
So we can't unsee it. The world's not just gonna let it go that all this wickedness has happened. They're trying their best to keep on the wraps and shit, and that's why they tie a lot of shit into it too. They put out they got a lot of campaigns that's putting out fake information all across the board, even on those alternative media sites.
Yeah.
So that way, you know what I'm saying, people can look at, this guy may look at it and be like, no, it's fake because this information's in there, and this other guy may believe it because this information's in there, but then none of them are getting a pure product. Yep, disinformation. Yep, that's right.
Let me just read through this real quick, and then whoever got a precept, go ahead. Back in 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 7, it says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." Yep. And it's the Most High allowing Esau to do what he's doing until his time is fulfilled. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. It says, verse 8, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." This word, word is what's revealing Esau as the devil, and ultimately us, preaching the word is doing just that, and it's going to be Yahweh Shai via prophecy that's going to come back and actually take him down. Yep. Like somebody get that in Daniel's the stone hitting the feet.
Oh, I got you.
Verse 9. It says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders." And there was a brother on the chat that had mentioned, I believe a brother had posted something about 2025, like we're gonna see some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just expect the unexpected in 2025, man. Just the Lord, hey, especially like we said, with the planets aligning, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to, it's gonna be some bugged out stuff out here, man. That newly created creatures.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get crazy out here, man.
If I may say, on
Yep.
the new year comes in on a it comes on. I saw this picture. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it comes in on a Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the first, second, and third, which is
Uh-huh.
WTF. Like what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Wow.
And the last time that the new year came in on a Wednesday, where it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like that, like WTF, was 2020. So,
Wow.
hey man, like I say, man, 2025 is going to really rock, man. We're halfway through this decade, man. Like the
Yes,
Lord's not
right.
gonna keep playing with you people, man. Like
yeah,
we, like you started this out, man. You got brothers that's, another generation of elders coming up that's been around, 15 working on 20 years. The apostles and elders been pushing this word almost 30, 40 years. Y'all people think that the Lord is just gonna keep playing? Man, nah.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Hey, the Lord, He's long suffering. You know, he's very, very patient. But there's gonna come a time when that's, hey, it's the end of the road, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the hourglass?
Yeah.
That last little grain of salt
Saying.
is about to salt. That last little grain of sand is about to pass through,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's time to turn the rail right side up.
Yep.
You know, because right now everything is upside down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that wickedness is being pretty much uh the power of the wicked is being depleted.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And when the Lord returns is when that hourglass is gonna get, which is really an eternal glass. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get turned right side up. Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. But for us, it's gonna be a endless supply of life.
Exactly.
Because we're gonna rule forever.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I read? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
A real quick one on what you're saying. This is Job, Job 14:5, real quick. And it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. I just want to throw that out there.
What was that?
Job 14 and 5.
Okay, I want to look that word determined up real quick. Can somebody finish reading Second Thessalonians 2 and 10?
10.
Yeah. Second Thessalonians 2 and 10. And read down to 12.
All right. It's the Second Thessalonians 2 and 10. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people believing they would much rather believe a lie than to take the truth as what it is. You know what I'm saying? People, especially our people, they will fight us tooth and nail over trying to save America and save Esau, Edom, and save their GOOK neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And save, you know what I'm saying? They and continue the wickedness going on, and continue women's liberation, and continue the transhumanism and the crossing of the natural ordinances of what you're born as, and so on and so forth. They would love to continue doing that because they've been lied to, telling them that that's okay, telling them that even, hey, God's not going to punish you for that. God's all love. He doesn't care. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
All you got to do is accept Genghis Krankus.
Christ.
All you got to do is accept Genghis Krankus, and then you good.
It's the status quo,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of society.
Yeah.
You know, you say Christmas as a young, you grow up in that, you think you're doing good because it's passing out gifts and all of that.
Right.
The scripture said gifts destroys the heart. But you know, you're around gifts, and then you grow up and say, well, Christmas not that bad. What, you know, what's the point?
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. So you go, you
White people be
continue.
nice
Yeah,
about that time of year.
Yeah, exactly. You continue to go because it's the status quo. And
When really it's a demon
yeah,
that literally if you ain't got the spirit of the Lord, like you are subject to being captivated and swept away by that damn God loves everybody, be nice to everybody, demon.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then New Year's comes and the day after Christmas, you know, everybody's back to status quo.
yeah.
To hating each other.
To fuck you.
You know,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's a damn demon, man.
Man, when y'all going home?
Hey, real quick, that word determined from Job 14:5 is from the Hebrew 2782, which is a karatza. And it says to cut, sharpen, decide, decree, determine, maim, move, be decisive, be mutilated. To cut, mutilate, to sharpen, to decide, to be decisive. In Strong's definitions, it says a primitive root properly to point sharply. An example, literally, to wound, figuratively, to be alert, to decide, bestir yourself, decide, decree, determine, main, move. All right. So the Lord is about to, hey, like the scriptures say, the Lord is going to cut the time short. You know what I'm saying? So Esau's rulership, it's already been decreed and determined. You know that it has a certain boundary that it cannot pass, as the scriptures say.
Yep.
And you know Israel, we up next, man.
Hey, it means to cut or to decide, right?
Mm-hmm.
The word decide on Adam Online, it says it's from the late century. It's a verb from the late 14th century to settle a dispute, determine a controversy. From Old French, decidere or something like that. From Latin, decidere, to decide, determine, literally to cut off.
Mhm.
It says to cut. Uh, uh, it says sense is of resolving difficulties at a stroke, meaning to make up one's mind, to assist or attest. I'm sorry, and that's pretty much the point. But hey, to cut off, right? So the Esau is about to get cut off. Wickedness is about to get cut off.
And that's
You know
why
what I'm saying?
Revelation 12:12,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Can I read a? I'm sorry. I'm just, if I may, read a
Go
real
ahead.
quick one to that word decide. Real quick one. Real quick one. This is Joel 3, and y'all know where I'm going. This is Joel 3:2, and it says, "And I will gather all nations," going back to that World War III. And
Yep.
it says, "And I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." And what is that? Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's, basically the valley of the Lord's judgment. And what is judgment? A decision.
Mhm.
Yep.
And yeah, and the Lord decided long ago who the victor was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is hey the Lord is something. He's far out, man. Because if you compare, you know, this to a video game, we Israelites is the character that nobody wants to pick.
Yeah.
You know, like you playing a Street Fighter. There's always that. What's a whack ass character on Street Fighter that nobody picked? Nobody played with them. Mortal Kombat or some. You know, one of them.
Yeah.
Elam on Street Fighter. Nobody picked Elam. That
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I think it was dope.
I know he
He'll
punch you from
Street Fighter. It was the nigga, the black with the big ass Russian Zangief nigga.
oh, with the hair.
Yeah, that nigga, I hated that. That nigga was weak as fuck, bro.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So like,
He did a little spin shit.
don't nobody. Everybody want to be Jake, but in all actuality, these heathens wouldn't. They don't want to be Negroes or Latinos or natives. You know what I'm saying? Like we at the bottom of society. And we have outside of Yahweh Shemi Al we physically have no power. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know, so the Lord chose those people to be victorious in the end, and literally are victorious through faith.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the Lord determined that. He decreed that. You know. Did you finish that?
I got one more verse from that.
Okay. What, verse 10?
No, I got verse 12. So.
Okay.
All right, verse 12, it says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Yep. And that's a 2025 Alvarez out. We see that. We see the 2/3, the pseudo Israelites be pretty much dealt with and judged for not holding this word in righteousness.
That's right.
Either not holding the word in righteousness, or you just a 2/3 and you just whatever with the Israelites, the hell with the Israelites, they're crazy. All right, we're gonna see how crazy we really are when you need help.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Keep that same energy.
This is 2 Edges 15 and verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
That's right.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yep.
Yeah. And wickedness has polluted this whole earth, man. Everything is wicked, man. You know, the food you eat, the air you breathe.
Yep.
You know, the women you deal with, shit. You know, everything is jacked up. Everything is wicked, man.
That's right.
Which is why in the book of Second Peter it tells you that we gonna receive a new heaven and a new earth.
Yep. Wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
New bodies.
Yep. And the reason that this place is such hell onto us is because we actually do desire to see that righteousness.
That's
You know,
right.
we long for that. We long, like that's a part of our hope is to see righteousness here upon the planet Earth. You know, to actually live amongst righteousness. That's a great desire of ours. That's something to continually look forward to. You know, to get out of this hell that we're, man. Fuck Esau, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this system. This shit is whack.
Sure.
It's the wackest video game ever. But you can't just shut it off, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep on fucking going through these mundane ass levels, man. You know?
And like Apostle Mark said, this is a test.
This is a test.
And the Lord is going to give you that report card at the end.
Yep.
You know, and you're going to get that grade, whether you know, we receive that salvation, you know, getting in those chairs of being, getting that crown, that spiritual crown, and having immortal bodies.
Yep.
You know, that's what we in this thing for. That's what we striving for.
That's right. That's right.
Bobby, you have something?
I did have something. Hold on, let me see what it was.
Go ahead with that tomorrow.
All right. Can you start?
Yeah.
All right. This is Ezekiel.
All right, being that we getting on World War III with all the events that's happening over in the Middle East, you know. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh, Adawan Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
Yeah, and Gog is is the land. Gog currently is where the Russians reside. All right, and as Apostle Tahar points out quite often, Magog just simply means from God. You know? So Gog being the Russians.
The word man, made up of a ma and a na, the characters man, makes the word of or from, right? And then in front of certain letters or certain words, that word will it'll just contract the prefix of a ma, all right, to just put from God or from or of God, right? It'll be the same way. So that's why Gog and Magog. Magog is really it's Magog would be the word that's written there, just because that Ma right there is representing that the from.
Yeah, remember when we learned. You want me to continue? All right, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws.
Yeah, Russia going back to that old Soviet Union
Mm.
type of ironclad dealings. Back when we first came into the truth, man, like Russia wasn't in the news like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Russia was getting beat up over the head with the terrorists.
yeah, you barely knew that. You barely knew that fucking Dmitry Medvedev was the president of Russia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get brownie points if you knew that Vladimir Putin was the
defense or
he was
prime minister.
the prime minister.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead. But they going back to the way they dealing. You know, the strategic move that Putin just did with getting Assad up out of Syria.
Yeah.
You know that's a powerful move, because if Assad would have stayed there, they would have did his ass just like they did Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah,
Mhm.
they would man.
Saddam Hussein.
Remember Muammar Gaddafi? They was slapping him, and y'all remember
Yeah,
that?
the street, yeah.
They in the middle, and just commoners.
His people were doing it though. His people were doing it to him, wasn't it?
No, it was commoners, like the rebel forces or whatever. But it was just regular people. It was just people all around him,
Slapping the shit out.
just all kind of abusing that dude, man. And then they eventually killed him. You know what I'm saying? But they would have did the same thing to Assad had he stayed in Syria and actually, they captured him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I was reading about it, and Russia said, "Yeah, we take care of our friends."
Yeah,
Like,
I was about to say that. I was just about to say that. Russia was like, yeah, we hold true to our word. We take care of our friends.
Yeah. Let me read that.
That's commendable though, you know?
Yeah, that's very.
Like, come over here, we got you.
yeah, we said we got you.
Even though you're wicked, that's still stand up shit, you know? Stand up type shit.
Hey, hold on. Let me. Keep going. I'm trying to.
All right. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
Yeah, all this for instance, right here, we got this article from RT. It says India to buy long range radar system from Russia.
Yeah.
It said horsemen and what did it say? Horses and all
Horsemen.
all these militaries that's gonna link together, that's gonna be under the umbrella of Russia. Some of them is gonna have certain systems that are Russian made, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
North Korea in there too though.
Yep, North
They make a
Korea.
bunch of shit.
Yep. Just real quick, I want to read the quote that the brother read or mentioned dealing with Putin and Assad. So this is an article from RT. The title is Putin personally approved Assad's asylum. And one paragraph, one of the paragraphs in the article states, and I quote, on Sunday, Russian media reported that Assad and his family had been granted asylum.
I think you want that paragraph up there. That one. Yep.
Okay, I'll read both of these.
Okay.
So the first, this other paragraph says Mikhail Yulanov, a senior Russian diplomat, confirmed earlier Monday that Assad and his family were in Moscow, saying this reflected Russia's commitment to its allies in challenging times. Russia does not betray its friends in difficult situations, unlike the U.S. Yulanov stated.
Mm-hmm.
And then in another paragraph, it says on Sunday, Russian media reported that Assad and his family had been granted asylum in Russia on humanitarian grounds. According to the Russian Foreign Ministry, Assad agreed to step down. And that's an important key right there. He agreed to step down following negotiations with armed opposition groups and instructed officials to ensure a peaceful transfer of power. So if this is literally coming from a Russian foreign minister, right?
Mhm.
A Russian foreign minister is stating this. So this ain't no fluff and puff. This ain't just like when you read certain articles online and they say opinion.
Yeah, op-ed.
Op-ed. Yeah, somebody. It's some big headed Edomite's opinion.
Yeah.
No, this ain't opinion. This is a fact. So according to now in the news, all these news outlets, they're not saying that Assad agreed to step down.
They don't know. Nobody knows but Russia.
No, they might know that.
Yeah,
They very well might know that, but they got to control the narrative.
that's why it's putting up that fake news.
Yeah. You know,
They don't know where he's at.
so on and so forth. You know, and even with them knowing this, they most likely ain't gonna throw that out there that this dude actually agreed to step down following negotiations with armed opposition groups and instructed officials to ensure a peaceful transfer of power.
Yeah,
That's to a clean image.
yeah.
We got to vilify you.
That's spirit.
You're the boogeyman. You're a terrorist.
Too easy.
You use chemical weapons. But they try to say he used chemical weapons aside. But really it was the rebels that was coming against him back in 2015, or I can't remember if it was 2015 or before that because they had civil war in that country since 2011.
Right.
So it was actually the Western backed terrorist groups that actually was using the chemical weapons, but the mainstream media tried to do a Uno reverse card on the situation.
Yep.
You know, that's all they do in the media, man.
Yep.
That's the first thing they do before they come kill you. That they take your name from you, take your credibility from you.
Yep.
Yeah. If he, like you said, if he would have been still over there, they would have killed his ass.
Yeah.
They would have came and got him.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. All right. Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Hey, a great company, man. You know the countries we just named off. All them countries over in the east. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna side with Russia. It's gonna get into it, but you know some of the countries just off the top that we know of that's really rocking with Russia. They Syria. You got China. You got North Korea, Iran, India.
Hey, and all of those countries that just got named off
Got some type
got actual military power.
And no,
You know what I'm saying? They're not. It's not a weak military. It's not a rollover military. It's not a military that doesn't have multiple capabilities. Like you got certain militaries they're only a land-based military. They're not that strong. These got air capability. They got water capability. You know what I'm saying? These militaries are established. They got trained soldiers and personnel. It's not just random people got drafted together. Now that's the military. No, they actually have standing forces. These ain't no chumps.
Yeah, it ain't like they do in Ukraine. Just pull you up out your bed. You're a 15-year-old and they fucking give you a 24
and put you out.
A 24-hour crash course on how to die.
A quick of how to be meat in a grinder.
If I may say, because I just looked this up about BRICS, because like you said, the scriptures say, let them that are weak say we are strong. Because see, these are the countries, which I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna read this real quick. BRICS, I looked this up, BRICS population as of 2024, and it says in 2024, the population of BRICS countries, that's all the countries that's part of BRICS, estimated to be around 3.5 billion people, which is about 45%. Yeah, which is about 45% of the world population. So these are the nations that, like you said, we list off that we know of, have always been, they've been the weaker nations. Their men have been in war zones and zones where they've had to deal with like you said, it's not this fluff that America creates them, where now you have all these soft men and soft-minded people. These are the nations, they are war-driven, war-producing countries. These are soldier-producing countries. So even in the idea of a what's the word I'm looking for? A draft. America is only able to draft from Americans. If BRICS wanted to say, hey man, listen, we're gonna send you a part of our population for this war, this is nothing, you can't compete with this.
Right. Right. This is a big difference from NATO countries a lot of those NATO countries, they're small countries. They can't produce that
They only
much.
joined NATO for the protection.
For the protection.
From NATO. When NATO
Right.
can't really protect nobody either. Like that.
NATO got the U.S. It's got London or England, right? The U.K. is what it's called. They got France
Turkey hanging by a thread.
by a thread. They purposely suppressed Germany.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A part of NATO is to keep Germany under wraps.
That's
So
right.
they purposely suppress Germany, or else Germany would be a much bigger military force than what it is. You know, they got you got some of these smaller countries that got militaries and whatnot, but nothing on the scale of say China.
Well,
China got manpower.
Well,
They got a million waterheads.
They got people to throw. You know what I'm saying? They got people to send. You know.
listen to this real quick, if I may. This is the population of all the NATO members states is about 973 million people. That's
Wow.
the 32 countries that make up NATO. Like you were just listing, I wanted to list some of them. Like you said, these are all rough. These are pretty much weak nations hiding behind America, which is why Trump wants to even leave NATO. You got Europe, the UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Turkey. These aren't nations that are in their strength to go up against BRICS.
Right. Yep. Their whole power comes from hiding behind America, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which Trump's like, if y'all don't pay y'all portion of it, we gonna withdraw. Which that's gonna help stir up these nations against America in the first place too, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a beautiful thing to look forward to as well. Hey, go for that, Trump. Go ahead, pull America out of NATO. Because this is what happens. The moment America is no longer a part of NATO, that whole thing falls apart, and Russia advances. Those countries need to be making ties with Russia. Economically, it'll make more sense for them to be getting shit from Russia than from getting it from the United States. You know?
That's right.
That's 30% of 3.5 billion.
Yeah. So they've got 3 times as many people.
Yeah.
They got 3 times as many people inside the BRICS nations than what NATO has.
Technology.
And better technology.
Hey, just real quick, this from RT. It says Trump says he'll probably cut Ukraine aid.
Let's go.
And there was another article that said that that whole over in France, they just had that ceremony, that demonic ass 4-hour long ceremony to pretty much commemorate or reopen Notre Dame, whatever, that church that burned down.
Yeah, burned down a couple years back.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Trump was there. There's a whole bunch of people there. Zelensky, Macron was there, the president of France.
Yeah.
But Trump actually met with Zelensky, but he was reluctant to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was pretty much, he wasn't forced to do it, but here we go, right here. This is in the article, the picture. No, right here. This it says Trump met with Zelensky and French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris on Saturday for an impromptu discussion that he was reportedly reluctant to attend. None of the 3 men spoke of the press afterwards or revealed any specific details of the 40-minute meeting.
Which means they ain't come to no type of agreement.
Yeah.
Because if they would have came to an agreement, that's what would have, they would have been happy to come out and state that.
Right.
Yeah.
But whatever they was trying to get to happen, it wasn't in agreement. So it wasn't.
He wants to ask for some money.
Yeah. And Trump was probably telling them like, nah, man.
Hey, look.
I swear I'm about to say, you already got 131 million.
It says the U.S. has allocated $131.36 billion for Ukraine since February 2022. That's 3 years, bro. Going on 3 years, right?
And we're trillions in debt.
Okay.
But you guys giving away money.
According to figures published by the Pentagon earlier this month, just under 90 billion of that amount has actually been transferred, according to Germany's Kyle Institute for the World Economy. So there's billions that's unaccounted for, or either it's unaccounted for, it's in the pockets of some politicians, or they just ain't sent everything to them. You know what I'm saying?
40 billion, bro.
Yeah. But that's a lot of money, man. So Trump ain't trying to be dishing out money like that to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they ain't even a part of NATO.
Right.
Not only that, I mean, you should have seen the reports on what these people are using the money for. Inside of Ukraine.
Yachts.
Yachts.
Yeah, they have
Businesses
they do an
and-
extravaganza
Yeah,
and shit.
man.
Yep.
Go ahead with that, bro.
All right, Ezekiel 38:5.
So we'll finish this and wrap it up. Ababaja, you got any precepts?
Oh no, we good. We good.
Did you still want this Daniel too?
Yeah. So like we'll read this and then finish off with that thing too.
Okay.
All right, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmet, Gomer and all of his bands, the house of Togarmah.
Gomar is Turkey.
Yeah.
You know, Persia is Iran. It mentioned did it mention Tarshish? Where did it mention Tarshish? That might be in another precept, in another verse. Go ahead, bro.
Yep.
Oh, verse 13. But go ahead.
Togarmah of the north quarters and all of his bands.
In Togarmah is the region of Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan. So Georgia, which is right next to Russia, which you got riots going on in Georgia right now.
Yep.
But Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, that region right there is ancient Togarmah. You know, which like I said, they are right next to Russia. And really what Esau is trying to do, the West, they're trying to cripple and destabilize the countries that are close to Russia, that border Russia, as well as Iran, because they want to get those put those centralized banks up in those countries, you know.
And that was the main thing that Putin has been pushing the NATO against NATO for like literally the last 30 plus years of they've not wanting NATO to move an inch closer towards Russia, which this is why this whole Ukrainian dispute is like basically it. See, that's another part of this that a lot of the news has been making. The news loves to gaslight American citizens in the sense of thinking that this whole dispute with Russia is all something that just happened a couple years ago out of left field. And what do you that whole, what are you doing, honey? But in reality, this war has been brewing going back almost 30 years with just Putin. And if we could take it all the way back to the 60s with the Cold War,
Yep. Yep.
Verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it was brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them.
Yeah. Real quick, let me read this. This is from RT, and this is from 22 August 2017. And brothers probably remember this. It says Russia pays off balance of Soviet Union's foreign debt.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when this happened, this was major because this debt was one of the things that the U.S. was dangling over Russia's head. And that's how the international bankers get these countries with debt.
Yep.
But it says Moscow made the final payment on the remaining foreign debt inherited from the Soviet Union Russia took on the debt after the other former Soviet republics refused to pay. The debt to Bosnia and uh, Herzegovina in the amount of $125.2 million has been settled in accordance with the agreement between the government of the Russian Federation and the Council of Ministers of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Russian Finance Ministry said on Tuesday the remaining debt was the money that the Soviet Union owed to Yugoslavia. USSR's foreign debt was accumulated in various ways. Obligations to Western countries occurred in the debt market after 1983. The money owed to the former Yugoslavia was as a result of trade between the countries. But this just being an example of Russia actually. Here it is. They settle their debt. They pay their debt, and they stay true to their allies.
Man.
And that's a lot more. Those two things is a lot more than the U.S. can say.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Well, what you have? I think we can enter off on that.
That's
Good on that. But how about if you want to go ahead with
This is Daniel's the second chapter.
actually, hold on. What you end off of? What verses? You know.
I was partway through 8.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Reading on in Ezekiel 38:8, against the mountains of Israel, which have always been waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Verse 9, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Verse 10, thus saith,
Hey, hey man, all the allied Russia itself, has a strong army, but you include its allies,
All of them
coming from the east.
they got outstanding armies.
Yeah, coming from the east to hoorah on whoever the countries of the west are America's allies and whatnot.
Yep.
You know. Go ahead.
and thou shalt, thus saith Adonai Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall these things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Push the button.
Mhm.
Push the button. World. Push that button.
Do it. Do it.
He gonna be toasted off of a bottle of vodka.
That good Russian vodka.
You're gonna be blitzed.
And his woman gonna be getting the curses gonna be on his ass. His goddamn woman gonna be in his ear talking shit, and he just going.
He's just gonna say to hell with
It's over.
Luke Moore.
He's gonna be like, da.
God bless.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of the unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. America and Israel.
America, because America, it doesn't have any borders. You know what I'm saying? Its borders are two bodies of water,
Yep.
or three bodies of water,
Yeah.
and pretty much that's it. If you want to consider that borders,
Yep.
right?
To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land. Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto thee.
Yeah, when you look it up, Sheba is Southern Arabia. When you go into the blue letter, and then Dan is Southern Arabia as well. When you look it up in the blue letter, hey, shit. Look at the resistance that Qatar was it Qatar? Was it the Yemeni rebels?
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? Yemeni?
The sound.
The Houthi rebels. Oh, I'm taking the Yemen.
Houthi.
I think yeah,
Yemen.
Yemeni rebels.
I
Yeah,
thought Yemen was
yeah,
Yemen's
Yemen's a
down at the
country.
bottom, right?
Yeah, at the bottom.
At the bottom,
Omar,
underneath
Yemen,
South South
Saudi
Arabia
Arabia.
or Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
South Arabia.
you got
Saudi
yeah,
Arabia.
Yemen, you got Omar,
Yeah,
Qatar,
yeah,
all that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? All them countries too is gonna be linked with Russia.
Mm.
You know?
So they're already linked against
Yeah.
Israel.
Well,
All the
they're
Arab countries and shit,
they're
all against Israel.
they're in cahoots with Iran.
That's what
Iran's
that-
linked directly in
You're
with
talking about the guy?
Yeah.
Iran's linked directly.
That's
in.
all good. We about to wrap up.
Oh, okay.
It's probably at 15. So like, you know what I'm saying?
No, those countries are linked in with Iran. You know what I'm saying? Iran got great tentacles all throughout those countries, and Iran's linked in directly with Russia.
Yeah, that's because Israel was having issues with exporting because all of this, like you said, another thing the media is not speaking on is this war over there in Israel and Gaza has a lot to do with oil, which they moved through the Red Sea, which, like you said, Yemen and those countries, if you look on the map, they started causing a lot of issues for all the transporting of goods through the Red Sea. You know.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there more on that too?
That's pretty much it.
This is Daniel, the second chapter. I'm gonna get down here towards the point. This is I'm gonna start reading at verse 41. All right, it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
Yeah, that's this the EU. You had the Brexit a couple years ago, which was Britain getting up out of the EU, and that shook things up. You know what I'm saying? So you got certain EU countries that are stronger than others. You know, for instance, like Greece, they went through financial collapse some years ago.
Yep.
But when we first came into the truth, 2010, 11, 12, they was going through they was doing riots and all kind of shit over in Greece.
It was on fire.
Yeah, you know, the hitting the banks up and all
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like the start of I remember like thinking when that was happening, like, man, it's crazy that Greece being like one of the weakest members of the EU, and pretty much that whole thing falling apart, starting with the Greeks.
Yeah, the pigs.
But yeah, the pigs, Portugal,
Yep.
Ireland, Greece, and
Spain.
Greece and Spain.
Yep.
Italy, Greece, Spain. Yeah, yep. But I remember like, dang, it's crazy that Greece is the first country to be going through that when they was the first country as far as Esau to rule. You know, the Edomite rulership came into play with the Greeks first.
Right.
You know, and so them feeling it, first financially and so on and so forth with them rights. It was all through the spirit.
Something right.
Yeah.
It says, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another,
Yeah.
even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Yeah, man. Because despite them being, Edomite nations predominantly, it's different fashions, different tribes, different customs. Some of them might be into to plantation Christian, Catholicism. The case of France and Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be on some Muslim stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be on some Valhalla Viking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. Just like the flip side of that, the opposite spectrum. Unity camps. That shit, it's not gonna work. You got different factions of the Israelites, you know, this group believe this group believe that. It's not. No, it's not going to happen. It's not. They're not going to come together and function properly. You know,
That ain't it, fam, man.
that ain't it.
It says, this is verse 44.
Oh, I think the phone died. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. If not, I'm gonna close up. Yeah, well, I think they phone died, so I'm gonna give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Korash. They double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yep. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word and truth in all sincerity. Shalom. We're gonna close up here. The water for everybody that tuned in. Shalom.